Tits of the house.
Tits of the house. We're back.
We're back. Okay, so yesterday I noticed this smell in my kitchen and it was absolutely killing me. It smelled like death. It smelled like decay. Like I was like, this has to be the trash. Took the trash out. I still have this smell in my kitchen. I'm like, what is going on? I'm freaking out. I'm like, is my garbage disposal broken? Like, what chore? Who do I have to call? Run the disposal. That's not it. I figured it out.
What was it?
Well, Betsy, I'm glad you asked. It was, and I don't know why I didn't think of this. It was my Christmas present. It was one of my Christmas presents. This composting bucket, which is absolutely beautiful. It has like a pretty wooden handle, gorgeous, smells like absolute dog shit. It has rotting fruit and vegetable that has formed like a layer of moldy, fuzzy disgustingness. Anyway, I put it outside on the table outside and I told Nick I found the culprit because I was like texting him like, what is going on? And I'm going to see how long it sits there.
Oh, yeah. Like next week we'll do the podcast. Let's see if it's still there.
I'm going to see if I can leave it there till next Christmas.
Let's see if Nick takes it out. Nick's going to be like, well, I was just letting it sit so it could like turn into soil.
It felt like I was getting another chore where it was like,
yeah,
you're going to take the scraps of fruits and vegetables and you're going to put them in here like you garden or something. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that stuff. Like, I know it's good for the environment. Like, you're going to reuse the scraps and nourish the earth with it. But I'm just trying to survive here. I'm not trying to win any awards. I am not the most, like, environmentally friendly person. I had kids. I'm part of the problem. I'm the carbon footprint times.
I have kids. Give me the plastic bags.
Yeah, I forgot the fucking bags.
Yeah.
They're in my car, but I forgot to bring them in.
No, it's why I only had one kid. I was like, after one kid, I was like, wow, like he's a lot. I don't think I can do this again. So after my honeymoon, I was like, you're the last kid I'm having. Steve is the kid.
The kid is her husband, by the way. But she's one husband, not a real kid.
But
a big baby.
A big baby. And the truth is my kid likes to get projects like the compost. He bought himself the little compost bucket, but it's the one that turns it into soil. So
is mine missing a step? Did Nick cheap out and get not the finest composting box?
I guarantee you if Nick was buying it for himself, because if it was something he was into, he would have done the research and gotten the one that fully turns the vegetables into soil.
Right? You just got the one that looks good.
Yeah, I got the one that looks good. Well, at least he knows you.
Yeah. It's the most important thing, but not the only important thing.
Yeah. But it's just funny because Steve bought this expensive thing and I said, do not buy this. Just let the city compost it. Put it in the green bag and throw it in the green bin. Do not buy this. No, it's so cool. I want it. Guess where it is?
In the garage.
Bingo. In the garage.
Okay, if something ends up in the garage, it might as well be thrown away, given away, recycled, whatever, because I'm not going to go. I'm not getting a ladder. I'm not climbing up. I'm not risking my life. I'm just going to buy a new one.
It is a life risk. I got on a ladder and I'm very lucky. It was in a room in my house with very thick carpeting because I was looking to figure out what was going on with this set of lights that were in the... Anyway, long story short, I fell off of the ladder.
Oh my God.
I literally was like... Through that 2-second fall, I was like, I am going to die. Because it's like, you have 12-foot ceilings. Well, I did. And I was up really high and I fell off of the ladder.
What were you trying to get?
I was on the phone with an electrician. The lights weren't turning on and we figured it out. But I had to turn all the breakers off so I didn't electrocute myself. So I was in the dark with my phone.
At least we have that.
I have electrocuted myself before.
I'm sure you have.
It is the most frightening thing. It's one of my childhood things that happened to me that is so traumatic. I just don't mess around at all with anything. I'm terrified. The wall sucks you in and you have to like rip your whole body off and you fly like feet back in the air. It's crazy.
I've just zapped myself when I take the parking ticket at like the Grove or like anywhere where you have to pull the ticket out. I get like a zap now.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Are you a superhero?
No, and it happened to Nick too.
It did?
It happened at Hollywood and Highland.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You get zapped when you take the ticket?
Yeah.
Well, it's never happened to me.
Maybe I have superpowers.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, do you have a certain energy? Is that the good energy? Like, what?
Probably not. I'm like the bad guy in the movie, and I have dark energy.
I like that. Like, dark energy. I'm bringing dark energy into this house.
So wait, you've electrocuted yourself and you've tased yourself.
I've tased myself and I've electrocuted. And then I've maced, not myself, but in the room where I had to choke and get out. Like, you cannot, if you spray pepper spray, you really
I've never
can't breathe.
sprayed pepper spray.
Well, I was seeing if it worked and I thought, well, I'll just spray a teeny bit to see if it works. And then it was like consumed the whole room.
You did it inside?
Yeah, I did it inside because I was like, I'm always scared. You know that I have that fear that somebody's following me. I'm going to jump out at me. I always have like something. And that's when I always tase or spray or mace or
yourself.
Yes. Yes. Listen, this is why I don't have kids. I'm going to give you 80,000 reasons why I don't have kids on this podcast every year. And they're all going to be valid, like reasons. You're going to be like, oh, got it. Yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are lots of very good reasons not to have kids, and that you might accidentally pepper spray them is one of them.
Yeah. Or tase them. And then I might go to jail.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. I'll tell you what Steve got me for Christmas this year. And I felt really bad because I was like, I have to clean and like vacuum all the time because we have so many dogs. And I was like, I'm going to get an easy vacuum for Steve for Christmas to make him do something around
You
this
threw
house.
it back in his face.
Yes. And guess what? It's like the gods came against me and this idea. My vacuum got canceled. The order got canceled. So I could not get the vacuum. Yeah, and I felt really bad.
Is this a Temu purchase?
No, it wasn't a Temu. It was a, what is that one? It's not the Bissell, which I have like two different Bissell things. It's the other one. Is it Shark or whatever? The dog, whatever one. And I was getting him his own that would be very easy to use. It got canceled. And I was like,
did you monogram it? Was it like...
I may have gotten some tape to me.
This is a vacuum. Did you write in Sharpie?
Yeah.
Steve's vacuum.
Well, Steve's vacuum got canceled, so Steve got off the hook. So now I'm going to have to use the robot-y vacuum thing that's like hard to use. But he got me a sleep mask, like the best one I've ever had. And he got it and he goes, this is like a really tiny gift. And I said, don't get me a gift because I've spent so much money on this, and this. Don't get me a gift. I'm buying this, and this too. And he's like, what? I keep buying myself all these expensive things. So he got me this sleep mask and it's the best gift I've ever gotten.
That's nice.
Yeah, I slept like 12 hours the first night. I can't wake up when I wear it. So I have to pick and choose when I use it.
Oh, wow. It sounds magical.
It's magical.
Does it have drugs in it? What is going on?
I don't know. It's so soft. It fits perfect in the way it goes on. It's comfortable. It's hard for me to put something behind my head. I get a headache.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. So Steve actually got me a magical gift. I got to give it to him. He's actually pretty thoughtful when it comes to gifts, as Nick is too, because he got you something pretty for the kitchen. But
okay. So he got me something pretty for the kitchen that's now outside and is garbage. But I also got, and I don't know how this happened, if it was meant to come in a 2-pack, but we both got the dorkiest matching vests that have heating packs in them. Because I complain about being cold all the time. So this has like battery packed heating coil situations inside.
Oh my gosh. Is it for the house or for skiing?
I mean, it's to be absolutely repellent to men. I don't know. It is so ugly,
That's hilarious.
but I don't care. I've not ventured outside in it yet. We're going skiing. So I think he thought, oh, maybe she'll stop complaining about being cold when we go skiing. But that was pretty thoughtful.
That's really thoughtful.
And I am
actually.
difficult to buy for also because I'm like you. I buy a lot of stuff for myself.
And you want to go pick it out. Like if you buy yourself jewelry, you kind of want to try it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a picky bitch, and apparently I'm impossible to shop for. But the rule is I need a receipt. Like if you please by all means let me see the jewelry, but give me the option of getting something else if I want something else. Because it isn't just their money anymore. It's like it's our money and we have these kids, and sometimes I just feel guilty.
Yeah, like don't go spend this much money on this thing when I'm crazy and I can get it cheaper because you just wasted our money and I could have gotten a whole other thing.
If I was going to go spend $1,000 on something, it wouldn't be that.
Yeah, that's how I am too. I'm like, Steve shops expensive. He doesn't know how to shop sales. He never has. Steve's the type of person that goes in the grocery store and buys the Frosted Flakes, not the generic brand. I'm the person who goes in the grocery store and buys the generic brand on sale.
She's on the bottom shelf. She's getting it in the bag, not a box.
Yes, that's why I have a bad back. I'm on the bottom shelf going, is this 2 for $5, the generic brand? You're not looking at Tony the Tiger today, Steve. Like you're going to be...
You're paying for the packaging, Steve.
Yeah. Say bye to the tiger. You're getting generic brand. I think it's a good thing because Steve and I grew up super different. Like his family had like real jobs. My family was like poor. My mom was single trying to work her ass off to bring money in. Steve like had like dinner on the table. Like I used an air popcorn maker most nights and made a bag of popcorn. I took grocery bags and would just eat popcorn for dinner when I was a kid because my mom worked till 10 o'clock. So now Steve has to learn the journey of what it's like to not get what you want. And
You have poor people mindset.
I have poor people and I torture Steve, and he didn't grow up poor. So he's learning the life. He's on the journey of a poor man.
I have both mindsets. Like I'm really cheap about some things. Like I love a deal. I love going to Costco. I love saving money. But also there are certain things where I'm like, money is no object.
Yes. But what are those things? Like for me, it's like the things that I want the most. Money is no object. Like
when I went to go, I looked into LASIK, I was like, who does the best LASIK?
Yes.
I'm not going to fuck around with my vision.
No, you never mess with your health. That's true. But that should be offered to the whole world. I mean, obviously you think so, but yeah.
I wish it weren't so expensive.
Yeah.
But those are the kinds of things where I'm like, oh, well,
I
want the best.
I want the best when it comes to that. And when it comes to like, if I want to, I don't know, take a writing class or take a this, then I'm like, I'm going to do that. I don't care. You know, those things are like important to me because those are creative outlets. Like
education.
Yeah.
I was always raised that education was the most important thing.
Yeah. So was Steve. I was raised, get a job and make money right away. But I think education is important. But it has to be, I wonder what the world will come to, but I think it sort of is like, remember when you were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you were supposed to stick to whatever you wanted to be. And sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. I think people need to live a little before they know what they want to be. And there's all this pressure to go to college and figure it out at 18.
Well, you're also not just one thing anymore, are you?
No.
You're all the things, especially if you're a woman and then you have 50
Kids.
jobs just at home.
Yeah. And then
you're a chef, you're a chauffeur, you're a nanny.
And I do think a lot of women still work too. I think, think about it.
Yes, they work, and it doesn't diminish the amount of work they do at home. So
Right.
even when women are going into an office or have a full-time job, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone else is doing the laundry.
Yeah. I see guys on podcasters talk about this and do this thing all the time where they're like, I work to take care of my woman and like this feminist movement and then this, like I want to be the man of the house and take care of a woman because that's like what I want to be. And it's like, that's great that what you want to be. But I don't think they think when they're saying those things that a lot of men do work like 40 and 50 and 60 hours a week with side hustles and still can't pay the bills. So women have to work. Like it just is what it is.
Or want to work. Even if they don't have to, they want to have experiences outside of the household.
I want to work so I can be like, I'm too busy to clean this house. I need to go make $1.
Right. Yeah. I'm too busy for this shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm dying to just work so I can be like, oh, this tub is filthy.
But they're not the ones who are going to clean it. You know, you're going to have someone come. You're going to outsource the work that you don't want to do. It doesn't mean that Steve's going to be scrubbing your toilets.
Hillary, Steve is like, when he goes up north without me, my toilet is really dirty. Now, there are those bleaching tabs that you put in the back of the toilet. Where would one get those? I was like, one meaning you. It's always where would one?
Where would someone? We need to clean this shower. We are running low on toilet paper.
Who's the we? Me? I was like, one meaning you would go to any grocery store and walk down the cleaning aisle.
What's a grocery store? What is CVS a grocery store?
Can you give me the name of a grocery store so I can put it in the GPS and it can guide me there? So God.
Yeah, I
made Steve start cooking. I'm just telling you. But, well,
I told Nick he needs to bring home food once a week.
Oh yeah, that's a great
and then he
idea.
Forgot. He was like, I don't remember. I was like, yeah, once that's your Thursdays. Thursdays you're gonna bring food home.
And he forgot.
Well, he forgot that he had agreed to it.
Oh, but
I reminded him, or I didn't give him the chance to mess up. I brought it to his attention again.
Yeah. Like, so when Steve's on his own, he shouldn't eat out and he doesn't want to because it's not always healthy. And he was trying to make a Beyond Meat sausage. And I don't know if I was I had a comedy show or something, but my phone was on silent. I couldn't answer. And I had like 4 missed calls. And then by the time I called him back, he's like, it's fine. Felicia helped me. I got it. And I was like,
they'll figure out a way. There are other women that will help them.
Yeah, my sisters. I got Felicia on the phone. I was like, what is it? He's like, I was trying to make a Beyond Meat sausage and I was so hungry and I didn't know, do I have to take it out of the casing? How do I cook it?
Okay, so first of all, there are instructions. Nick is a stickler for the rules. He will follow instructions to a T, and then he'll be like, "You're doing it wrong. You didn't cook it long enough. You didn't da da da." But then when he follows the instructions, he's like, "This doesn't look cooked. This isn't long enough. This isn't like why?" I'm like, "Yeah, the instructions aren't always right."
Yeah. And plus I like to have food extra cooked. Like I like to burn it a little bit. Even toast, like I like it really crunchy.
I disagree.
I like everything a little bit like crispy.
Just a little cancer. Just a little carcinogenic.
Yes. I like a little bit of darkness on those,
That's how you know it's done.
That's how I know. Like my veggie sausages are always like a little extra burned.
Steve, you're gonna keep going till they're black all around.
It's gonna be really crunchy and crispy. Steve has no idea. He thinks my cooking is so good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
At least he appreciates it. I feel like I will sometimes put in so much time and energy that if they don't love it, I'm like, why am I bothering? Like,
well, Steve also comes in the kitchen while I'm cooking a lot of times and goes, I'm not eating that. I'm like, what do you mean? You said you don't want to think about what you want to eat. This is grilled carrots, grilled this. I'm not craving that.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. So Steve does not get cooked meals all the time. He has to eat salads at night or the ramen packages. it's a rare thing now because he's not eating that. So things have changed around here.
I had a similar experience where there was some food that I had left over from cooking. I think it was lasagna. I put it into a foil wrapper and it like fell. And it wasn't like, it like bent a little bit. And Nick goes, "Oh, you want to just throw that away?" And I was like, "You want to just throw away the lasagna that I made because it fell? It did fall on the floor, but it was fine." But it's like he's not going to eat it, is sort of what I inferred. And I was like, I need to do takeout more.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because, men are so picky. Not all, but a lot. I would say a lot.
Then they should be cooking.
Some of them do. Isn't it interesting? It is always so interesting all the years I worked in restaurants to see all these male chefs. And I go like, wow, like what are their lives like? Do their wives just come home?
No, they do not. No, they do
don't?
not. I have friends who have dated chefs and you think it would be a dream.
Yeah.
But it's like those makeup artists who wear absolutely no makeup because they're like, this is my job. This is the last thing I want to do.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. Like, I totally get that. Like when you're a comedian.
Tell me a joke.
Yes. And you're like, okay, this is a job and I'm off right now and I just want to eat a burrito with you. I'm not trying to make you laugh. Like you can come to a show.
Yeah, exactly.
That totally, I never look at it like that. I always just think like the wife of a chef, they must just be eating all day. Like I would be like, ew, what is this?
Nick did cook once recently. It was on a Sunday and Dolly was at a friend's house and I took Goldie to pick her up and I was like, "Oh, you're going to cook?" He got scallops at the farmer's market. He had 3 hours and he was doing some work and then he was going to cook. Seemed like plenty of time. I roll in at 6:00 dinner time. The kitchen is smoking.
Oh gosh.
He is panicked, sweating, rushing from like telling me he doesn't think that the rice is cooking. And I look at it, I'm like, "It's cooking, you're fine." And like, I sit down and I'm like, "Where are the kids going to eat scallops? Like, did you make food for them too?" So I start making like nuggets and I'm setting out the food and I am just like smiling ear to ear, watching him panic because it is so hard to time out the green beans, the scallops, and the rice to all be done at the same time.
Yep.
He clearly burnt the shit out of the scallops. I didn't say anything. He made the green beans so spicy that the kids couldn't even like, not that they'd eat them, but couldn't even taste them. He thought the rice wasn't cooking because it didn't absorb all the water immediately. Because like that's not how it works. It was hilarious.
I love that.
But I didn't say a word. I was like, "Thanks for cooking." And I ate the food because that's how I would want to be treated if I fucked up dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be hard for me. I think about things like that. Like I make things for my mom and it's not cooking. It's like kid things because she eats like a kid, And then I've got to make regular things for me or someone else. But like, it is interesting to think of like, because like every morning you wake up, I'm like, what is my mom going to eat? I'm just going to throw this down my throat. And then I got to worry about the dogs. And then Steve eats something completely different than everyone. Like he wants like homemade hash browns or something. And it is, you never think of the orders of like how you have to cook for all these people. And I just don't think, I know men say they're multitaskers, but I don't think they can do it. I think it's because it's so many things at once. And I think we think with a brain of so many things at once.
I have so many tabs open in my head.
Yeah.
That it's just like the inventory alone of making sure we have all the ingredients we need for certain things. And I'll hear Nick be like, "Oh, you guys want some strawberries?" And it's like, "Shh, we're out of strawberries. Like, I'm going to the store." Like, or he'll be like, "Oh, Nana, do you want a banana? I don't know if we have any bananas." I'm like, "There are 6 bananas rotting in the fruit bowl." Like, he just doesn't even, because it's just, we have everything all the time. Or he'll be like, "Is there any cream cheese left?" And it's like, that was so long ago that we went to Hank's and had bagels with cream cheese. Like, if we had it, it would be green.
Nick just walks in the kitchen like it's the grocery store. Yeah. Hey, who wants a bag of Doritos? Not Steve. He's like, there's never any food in this house. It's like, yes, because I don't want to eat it. So starve.
That's the other thing. If you do have so much food in your house, I hate throwing away food.
I do too.
The amount of fruits and vegetables that get slid into my trash.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he got me the composting bin.
Oh, yeah.
But it's only this big.
Yeah, I know. They're small because you're supposed to get the little tiny bags. Okay, so you put the green bag
I'm
in
not
there.
doing it.
Okay.
I refuse.
And then you tie it and you have to put it in the green waste like every day.
Who's going to do that? So now I need to
do
put the bag in. I have to remember to slide the fruits and vegetables. Then I have to tie it, take it out. Like,
I do it all
I
the
can't
time.
even stay on top of my regular trash.
Oh, I hate taking trash out. I did it at 11:30 at night last night. Every day and night, cleaning the kitchen is a chore. It's a job. It's a job.
It is a job.
But I don't have time to wake up and do it in the morning.
It has to get done, and it has to get done before it's like literally overflowing or so heavy that it's going to tear.
Yeah, I know. Or like, or like, especially when you do the green compost, you have to do it before it explodes and you have gross moldy vegetables all over the floor. Grody to the max. By the way, my dog Dakota gets up and pulls the compost bucket down. It's like, she would like to see if there's a little snack in there for her.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting and I have to clean it.
No.
Yes.
If you saw what was in there, you'd move.
I already know.
You'd be like, this house is a loss. I'm just putting it on the market. I'm not. No.
The compost bucket is so gross. I'm getting rid of my house.
But I will say, like, when my husband does take out the trash, there's nothing sexier. He comes back and I'm like,
You're hot. Let's do this.
Yes. This is what does it for me these days. So little. It's so little.
Yeah.
The bar is so low, guys.
Yeah. It always has been. Think about it. Like, it never has.
But it's never meant more than it does now because it's just, there's too many things.
Yeah.
Especially with kids. It's just too much.
Yeah, it's too much. And then you've got to bathe two little things beside yourself. That's a lot of work. I think to myself,
3 things.
Oh, but you don't bathe her all the time, right?
No, I don't bathe her all the time. I like her stinky.
It's bad for her skin. Look at her. There she goes, the alien snoring. And people say aliens can't be nice when they land. And
She's
look
a very
at this
friendly alien. Unless you're a stranger, and then she's not so friendly.
Oh, Rosie, the friendly alien. By the way, my dad has been driving me crazy I'm trying to help him get into senior living, and then him and my mom were on the phone. And then I'm thinking my mom is giving him all this advice of how to get a birth certificate, and I'm looking at
your
her.
Parents talk to one another?
Oh, yes.
Since
we get on speaker, and we all talk now. Like, it is
mind blown. When my parents got divorced, I don't think they ever really spoke again.
Oh.
Through me.
Yeah.
But not to one another.
Well, my stepdad passed away, and my dad left his girlfriend, who's pure evil. It's sad.
The wicked stepmother. Okay.
Yeah. His girlfriend, who he never married, but this is a nightmare of a situation why he left. We'll talk about it. But it's like, I realize this morning, this is what I said to myself after dealing with my dad for 2 mornings trying to get a birth certificate so he can get into his apartment, which is like an apartment for seniors. I said, well, it's a good thing Hillary has kids because you're going to be an idiot just like him, and so am I. And guess what's going to happen to me? I'm going to be being beaten by a caretaker, and I'm not even mad. Like, I'm not mad that the caretaker's going to beat me because now I get it. She needs to. Like, my mom and my dad.
It's very hard to take care of people. It makes you want to hit.
Yes. I'm glad that my mom spanked me as a kid, because at some point I'm going to say, roll over. You're getting a little pank, pank, pank on the butt. No. No, my dad is like, and then asking me these questions about Facebook. Dad, please.
He's getting scammed on Facebook.
And he's on my Facebook. I don't even post on Facebook anymore because I said, you're not going to like the direction of my comedy towards you.
He doesn't like seeing his baby girl half naked.
No, I don't think he's going to like hearing that he was a fuck boy because now he's the perfect angel. Times a change, people.
I see.
Yes. So this is interesting to deal with my dad at this point. And I was like, wow, my dogs are going to be gone. Who the hell's going to tell me where to get a birth certificate? So now I have to get all of these things I need for senior living now.
That's a good idea. What is our retirement plan? I saw that someone built like a community of tiny homes.
Yeah.
So that they could be with their friends in retirement.
I just saw that a bunch of girls that do not want to get married bought a house, this huge house. They all put all of their savings in, and they're literally paying the note, and they're going to live together till they die in this house. What a brilliant idea. I have like a stack of girlfriends, and I'm like, well, when we all get old, we're going to live together. Our husbands will be gone. What are we going to do?
Yeah, women outlive men.
Yeah, I don't think I will, because I think my husband is going to make sure to nail the coffin closed on me. Like, he is really...
If you keep eating all this burnt food, you might go first.
Like, yeah, he's going to drive me so crazy that I'm going to roll over and just be like, take me, just close the coffin.
No, you guys are going to die old together in your house.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
She's like, that is not my plan. I want the house with my girlfriends.
It's a hard conversation, because sometimes I'm like, okay, do I want to go first or do I want to go after? What a morbid conversation. But sometimes I'm like, I think it would be nice to have a break and live my life with my friends and go on those girls trips when I'm like hiring a young hot Manny to carry my luggage.
Is that who you want to spank you? Betsy's like, I'm going to get a hot guy to abuse me.
Yeah. I'm going to get a young hot Manny, and I'm going to be like, look, I'm going to start running him around the way my husband ran me around all those years.
God.
Like, get the bags. Are we packed for this trip? Going through his, just like giving it back.
You give it right back to him.
I'm going to give it right back. I would love to have a young hot Manny right now, actually. Just a really hot guy following me, telling him what to do. And just basically, I'm the CEO of him the way my husband's the CEO of me.
You are trying to get a job and make money, but really you're ready for an assistant.
I'm ready for an assistant. I'm totally ready for an assistant. No, I'm joking. It would not be a young hot guy. It would probably be, I don't know what type of assistant. What type of assistant would you have?
I think that if I could just clone myself.
I'm perfect.
No, not perfect. I just know what I like. Mm-hmm. And I know how I like things. And I want them the way I want them. And if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah. But I'm trying to work on that this year, because I do everything myself. That's why I'm always like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to get to help me with this? Because I don't just want to do it by myself. I think if you take the right person on to help you, then you go from like doing it yourself to here, all the way to the top. But you just have to find the right
You got to find your
people.
tribe. Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that.
I feel like you do need, and like admitting you need help used to be a weakness. And I don't think it is. I think it's a strength to say, hey, I need help. Like I do feel like there's like this team in the marriage. Like there is something that a woman does, taking care of everything. And I sort of like doing that for Steve. Like I like being the person to take care of every single thing so he can go do his dreams. And now I've done that. And now I'm like, forget your dreams. You've accomplished them. It's my turn. I need to hire someone to do every single thing because you don't know how. Like,
right. He can't support you in the same way that you supported him, but you can outsource that.
You can outsource it now. Yes. and he can't because he literally, poor Steve, like trying to, like I am going to go clean for him this week and make sure everything's tidy and perfect and his sheets are clean because he doesn't know that sheets should be washed. She's in Carmel.
Okay.
Yeah, Northern Cali. Yeah, he doesn't know. Oh, how often? Why am I sneezing? Well, I don't know. Maybe the dog hair in the bed for 2 weeks of dirty sheets.
Oh my gosh. I feel like when I met Nick, I feel like he washed his sheets like once a month.
Yeah, that's probably.
I could be wrong, but I feel like guys don't know.
No.
Especially your pillows need to be washed.
Especially if you have dogs that sleep in bed.
Yeah.
Like it's because the dog hair messes with your allergies. And I have 5 dogs in my bed. So it's a lot of dog hair.
I've been to your house. I'm familiar.
Yes. So you know. And my washer machine's broken. And on that, should we say goodbye this week?
Betsy needs to go meet a washing machine person for the 50th time till they replace her washer. It is under warranty.
And they broke it when they installed the dryer. So
amazing.
I'm so excited.
Another fun task.
I know. I just feel like, yay, I'm getting all this attention.
My
from the
dreams
washer
are coming
guy.
true. Someone's coming to help you, Betsy.
Yeah, I know. It's wonderful. And I can't wait to see his face.
He's going to come and meet the tits of the house.
Yeah, a dick is going to walk in and fix the problem.
Fantastic.
Yay. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. And
Thank you. See you next time.
We're both on social media. Follow us and also comment and like our podcast and follow our podcast so we can do more episodes and entertain you.
We want assistance. We want assistance.
Yes. And we want to talk to you. So we have someone else cleaning the kitchen.
Bye.
Bye.